Everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 212. And my paper pumpkin came. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do my paper pumpkin because that's going to be an easy kit and probably something that I can do with 1.5 hands. And then next week, after I've had a couple physical therapies under my belt, then I'll do the no line watercolor technique that I planned a month ago when I fell. So anyway, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I am in Santan Valley, Arizona. So I want to welcome you to my channel. I should be watching you while the premiere goes on live in the chat room. Now yesterday I had hoped to be back from my doctor's appointment, but I wasn't. But I was in the car, but my phone was being a turd, and I wasn't able to pull up the chat. So I hope I didn't miss anything. If you did have a question during the premiere, and you put it in the chat, please respond yesterday to the video in the comments, and then I'll see that. I think I need to get a new phone because I think I've had my current phone for maybe 10 years. So there's a lot of apps that aren't compatible with it anymore, and that could be part of my issues. I know when we were traveling, I would try to get logged into the hotel, like check in, and it was like it wouldn't work. So it might be time. It's just one of those purchases I hate to make, right? It's not as fun as stamping stuff. New phones, stamping stuff is usually easy to use. New phones are not, right? Like to get it all figured out. But anyway, so it might have to happen this year. So I want to thank you for all your comments. I got another get well card. I'll show that when I flip the camera. I have it here. I do. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, so I want to again welcome you. I'm going to do the paper pumpkin for March, and it is the memorable Meadows, and another cute little box. I love the cute little boxes. All right, so so yeah, that's what we're going to do. Also, today is the last day for my double reward points. So you want to make sure if you want double reward points, then you place an order no later than today in my online store, and it has to be $50 before tax and shipping in order to get the double reward points. Also, don't forget that I will be pre-ordering the brand new catalog. I showed the cover the other day. Here is the amazing cover. I'm so excited. There are so many cool things in here. I can't show you them yet. My pre-order should get here today, and I'll be able to tape that and show you Friday for my Di's shorts. So my Di shorts will be a little longer this week. So I can't wait to show you that. We only had certain things we could pre-order, so there's lots of stuff in the catalog that will be starting that I couldn't order yet. So if you want to get a catalog from me, you want to make sure that you have ordered at least $50 before tax and shipping since October 2023. And that's just 6 months, you know. And I figure if you have not placed an order of at least 6 months, you know, or I mean at least a $50 order in 6 months, you're not stamping or you're ordering from somebody else. And that's totally fine. But that just means you'll get your catalog from them. So I just want to explain that. All right, so for no further ado, I'm going to flip my camera. And so close your eyes just for a second while I do that. That looks pretty good. All right, so this is just again a reminder about the Country Dozen Rewards. Ends today, March the 19th, and then here is the host code. So if you are ordering less than $150 before tax and shipping, please make sure that you use that host code, and that helps me do the goodies and the guts each month. This month I'm only doing goodies because of my injury, and then hopefully I'll be able to go back to the goodies and guts next month. And then this is the chart. You can get this chart on my blog over here, and this is what you'll do to keep track of your reward points. And you just put the order number, the date, and maybe you take up four sunflowers in one order. So you just fill that out, and then send it to me when it is full with your choice of $35 in stuff. So that can be multiple stuff. It doesn't have to be a stamp set. So some people, I have, oh my gosh, I need envelopes, I need some seal, just as long as it comes to the 35. So it's totally up to you. All right, so there is that. Now, I've had a few of you, when I was gone, send me your full country dozen thing, so I'll be getting those entered in today. So yeah. All right, so this is the kit. This is the fun kit. Now, I unwrapped it pretty much, but I haven't done any of them. So this is the Memorable Meadows, and it looks like it goes with that, what is that other Meadows DSP that we have. Some beautiful, beautiful watercolors. So anyways, okay, so that's that. I'll look at that in a minute. And it also came with a garden green spot. Now, you know me, I like to use the Big Mama pad. So I have my big garden green out, and hopefully you can't see how messy my desk is, because I still have stuff everywhere. All right. We've got some bling, we've got some glue dots, and I don't use these glue dots. I always use my roll of glue dots. We also have some dimensionals, and I'm just going to leave that sealed in there for now, and I'm going to pull out some dimensionals from my drawer. All right. So let's see what we have here. So yes, I had my stitches taken out yesterday. Physical therapy starts tomorrow. And I think one thing I'm hoping that gets fixed real soon is this motion. Like, I cannot even type. So I want Jeff to go with me to my appointment, because I want him to see what they're doing. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I want him to see what they're doing so that he can do it here at the house. And then, okay, all the envelopes are the same. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. Isn't that just doesn't this just make you want to watercolor yourself? All right. But I want him to be able to do the exercises at home properly. And that's why I want to go to the physical therapy, because the doctor's like, make it hurt, no pain, no gain. But I don't want to do something wrong, because I already feel like my shoulder is going to pop out from overcompensating. So I just want to make sure I do it right. But look how beautiful this is. Look at that sky, and it looks like almost like a lake or something, doesn't it, along there? I love that. So I'm just assuming that's going to be folded in half as well. So I'm just kind of putting those extras off to the side. We also have some wood pieces. Now, I'm not personally a fan of the wood stuff. These are big though, so these might not be so bad. So sometimes we have like little bitty wood things, and usually I don't get them. But these are pretty big. So I'm assuming I want one of each. And they're about this thick. This is another reason why a lot of times I don't usually use the wood, because they're pretty bulky on the cards. And I know embellishments are too. Let's see, in this one. But I guess that's just me. Everybody has their preferences. What's fun about these, though, we can color on them. I don't know if they did or not, but I could use my blends and color on these if I want. All right, so I'm going to set those aside. So it came with 2 stamp sets. I don't know if this was a bonus one or not, because sometimes we get bonus ones, right, where they put an extra one. All right, so let's see. We want does this have a beautiful birthday? And usually I prep these, so hopefully it'll stamp okay. I'm looking for my Versamark. I have a beautiful day. Then we want, that one's heartfelt thanks. And you've been on my mind. Okay, heartfelt thanks. So see, I can do this with 1.5 hands. That's probably too big of a block, but oh well. Heartfelt thanks. And this is the only long one. You've been on my mind. So last night was our first night back home from our trip, and it sure was nice. That's too long. Sleeping in our bed, and Winston was so happy to see us. Oh my gosh. So, but something was going on in the middle of the night. I couldn't hear it. I don't hear or the hoot with my hearing aids out. So there must have been something going on in the neighborhood. A lot of people are moving out here by us, and they're bringing along, how can I say it nicely? They're bringing along traits. What am I trying to say? Like they don't understand country life, as I guess I should say. The nice, quiet country life that we have lived out here since, gosh, we've been out here 25 years, well, more than that. I don't even know how long we've been out here. But I'm trying to find the long thingy. Oh, and here's the remember I explained this to you last time? So this goes in a little box, and you have, you know, the stamp set that goes in here. I need to holler on because I do believe that this should be printed backwards. So when you put this on here, because we don't stick this on this way, we stick it on this way. So I want to say these should be printed backwards if we're supposed to be sticking the thing on here, but maybe it's just supposed to be a reference. I don't know. All right, but anyways, they are shooting off fireworks all the time, guns. I mean, I'm like, please, people. So anyway, so Winston hears things. I even could open up the pad. Winston hears things that we don't, and then he's just shaking, and so then we put him in his crate, and then that just is his safe haven, right? Like that's where he, you know, he feels more safe, but at the same time, you know, he's not sleeping with us and snuggling, so I feel so bad for him. And it doesn't happen every night, but I wish it was more like a 4th of July thing, and then New Year's, and then be done with it. But anyway, all right, so I hope this is straight. Have a beautiful birthday. Cute. All right. And then the other one is heartfelt thanks. Okay, so I have missed, they're probably stuck in between the cards, so hold on a second, because they're really good about sorting these things, like they go with the right cards. There it is. And I just I didn't keep them together. Oh, it's on this same one. Okay, hold on. So I don't need that one right now. I need one of these. Look how cute this shape is with that little gold accent. Love that. And so I'm just using the, the piece of chipboard that came with it. And this is awesome. So if you are out and about, like you're at a football game or something with your kids, or soccer or wrestling or whatever, maybe you take a train to work, right? And I don't want you stamping while you're driving to work, but if you take a train to work or something like that, or you carpool, this is like a little table, this chipboard. So so that's why I'm using it today. It also gives me that to stamp off, so I can make sure that my thing was stamped up good. All right, so I also want heartfelt thanks. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to, you know, just make sure it's inked up good. I do have a nice juicy garden green pad, but sometimes you want to kind of stamp the photopolymer at least once, you know, just to kind of prime it, get it ready to accept the ink. So a lot of times I use the Versamark pad to kind of prime that, but since I have a nice juicy pad, I think that's why that's working so well. All right, and then here is this one, so it goes this way. And then this one is You've Been On My Mind. So I think this is going to be a nice, easy kit. And if you like to make your kits go further, you can totally cut these cards in half and add your own basic white and make them go any for even further, but I won't be because I'm just glad I can stamp. All right, so let's see. Can I close this? Okay. I'll wash those later. All right, so let's go back to the first card. So the first card also has, then we have this really fun vellum. We've got some grape vellum. And there's a skinnier one. Yeah, that's two different shapes. And then a bigger one. So I'm just going to assume I need one of each. All right. So I want this one and the tree. And it's the one with the light. So see what I mean? You could cut this in half and then you could make two cards out of it. This one, oh, same thing. You could totally, I love this, it's like a long open, you know, because usually if we do our cards that have the thing, we make them stand, but this way it's like a long opening. So that's cool. The same thing. So they're two-sided. If you do them that way, I am simply doing them, you know, how it's supposed to. So the back will just be there, but these will be so easy to get double the cards. And then you could, you know, cut these even, you know, however you want it. But all right, so I'm just going to do, now this uses the glue dots, and usually you can see glue dots through vellum, but this is purple vellum, so I'm going to see if we can see it. Oh, but you know what? The greeting goes over it. All right, so not a big deal. So I'm going to make sure that I put my glue dots towards the center so that the greeting and the tree will cover. But I don't really see them, right? I mean, if I hold it up against the light like that, I can see through the vellum, but that's not going to happen on the card because the light's not going to be coming through the card. All right. Well, that one went on right now weird, but that's okay. All right. So this is going to go on like this here. My phone is ringing. But I don't recognize the number, so I'm really bad about, if I don't recognize a number, I just let it go to voicemail. And usually there is no voicemail, it's just a salesperson. But I'm like, if it's really important, you will leave me a message. All right, so now we have our tree. And they have just left the tree plain. And that's just going to go in there. And they also put glue dots on the tree. And then I have tied a bow around here because I rewrapped my glue dots so that they're on the spool the way that I learned to use them. All right, 1, 2. All right, just make sure that you can't see the glue dot. All right, so this tree goes on here. Now I'm not coloring this one, but I will show you how easy you can color these. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of take a quick commercial here. Would this be considered a commercial? I don't. We're going to take a quick commercial break and show you how easy it is to color these. All right, so this is just that tree. It's just wood. So I'm going to take some, what color do I want? I'm going to grab the pecan pie. Oh gosh. Ooh, that might have been easier said than done. Can I take the lid off my blend? Hold on a minute. Ugh. Ah! Oh, I did. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of coloring. So I'm just going to take, and I'm just going to gently do it. I'm not going to go too close to the edge and damage the brush tip. But I'm just going to color on the top. And look how cool that is, because then you can see the grain of the wood. So look how cool that is if you were to color that tree. And I'm going to consider that this might be a branch sticking out and this might be a branch sticking out. So it's just not all going to be, you know, because when you're looking at the tree, you know, you can see branches in there. Okay, let me see. Ooh, that's good. I got it off with one finger. All right. So then again, we'll just put, this is just some dark pecan. Oh, I should have colored that one, but it's easy enough. I can color this one after if I decide I like that color better, which I think I do, but I'm going to leave this one just so I have one the same. All right, so there we have that. And then I'm going to grab some parakeet. That might be too bright. Let's do the dark. Okay. The dark parakeet. Oh, actually, I kind of like that. But look how cute it is. So now I'm kind of like going, well, I kind of like the wood. The wood pieces. Isn't that like? Do you like that? So these are kind of neat. It's just going to add some bulk to the card. So you'll have to, you know, put extra postage. You'll probably have to make sure that your envelope is marked hand cancel only, because you're not going to want to have this go through the what is it, the machine, because it might break the machine. All right, and then I'm going to take some dark old olive. Let's see what this looks like. I might be finding a new way to take my lid off. All right, so this is just some dark old olive here and there. So my tree has a little bit of something going on. So it's just not all one color. So that looks cool, right? All right, so what else is on this card? Okay, there's also some bling. So we have these whatchamacallits? They're like some, so here I am already like straying. I said I was going to do it like it should, and I'm already like straying. But I'm going to make the card like it should. I'm just showing you what you could do with the wood pieces, and I'm loving how that looks. Okay, so this is going to go on the card, but I want to get something else for this. So this I want to find, I hope it is readily available and I don't have to lift stuff up. All right, so hold on a second. This is, oh, here we go. All right, because these are little. So these are the festive pearls, and these are little. So I didn't want something big. But how fun would this be? So we have a festive pearl, and these are the red. What if we put, now it's probably hard for the camera to pick up. 1, 2, 3. You know me, you want to do odd. 1, 2, and then this looks like apple, like an apple tree. All right, so let me lift it up. Ugh. So doesn't that look like an apple tree? So super cool. So I could color the tree a little bit better, but I just want you to see how, you know, if you want to, you know, spice it up a little bit, look how cute that tree would be if we colored the tree. I wonder if I can peel this off. I'm going to leave it because I don't want to wreck it. But anyway, so I think I'll be doing some with the colored tree, but I love it. And then we have the leaves, so you can do the same thing. All right, so let's go back. Sorry about that. All right, but you might not have thought of that. You could have too. Oh, also, look at, I forgot to show you the on-stage pin. Isn't that so cool? And this also has, remember I showed you those really fun pins, like the little pins we could trade? These have the little shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have the shapes that those pins had on them. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if we've ever had a pin in the last few years that was this long that took 2 pin backs. But it's super cool. All right, so let's go back to the card. I am like all over the place today. All right, so we have our little tree on. All right, so this greeting, you're going to put your dimensionals on this, but you're going to only put your dimensionals on one side because the other side is going to rest on the tree. So you don't want to put a dimensional and then it'll be all crooked. So, all right. So this is going to go here like that. And look how pretty. And then we've got our, whatchamacallit, our sequins. So we've got some big ones, some little ones. Got a couple down here. 1. Oops. That one went flying. 2. Oh, they're flying today. All right. 3, 4, and 5. So that was an easy, pretty card, wasn't it? And then again, here's if you decide to color your tree. And I definitely am going to. All right, so there is one with the pretty little envelope. Again, if you mail these, you're going to have to put extra postage. Usually when I have bulky cards with a lot of embellishments, things like this, I usually send them with my goodies and guts because already that's going to go in a bubble envelope, so then I know it's going to be protected. It already has extra postage and I don't have to worry about something coming back because, you know, sometimes that happens. You don't put enough postage. And I'd rather they send it back to me and me have to put the extra postage on than they make the receiver have to, you know, like pay extra whatever to get their mail. I don't know if they do that anymore. I remember they used to in the old days. All right, so let me find another card. So this card is this one here. Again, cut it in half and double it up. All right, so we have, this is the heartfelt thanks. And we have the big square purple vellum this time. Now this time I'm going to do it backwards because I'm going to decorate this before I put it on the card, and then I'll know exactly where to put the vellum, or I mean the glue dots. So if you have issues when you're using vellum, decorate the vellum on your table before you put it on the card, and I'll show you why. All right, so we have this. Is it this one or this one? Oh, it's this one. Okay, so we have this pretty leaf here. Again, you could color it, and you know what? I'm just going to, because I loved how that turned out. So I'm going to, and I'm using the same green, because this parakeet looked really nice with the paper. So this is just parakeet. Now remember, these blends are just my blends. These didn't come in the kit. So if you are just now tuning in, this is the Paper Pumpkin Kit for March. And I'm just showing you a different way that you can use these wood pieces that came with it. They are just using them plain. But I want to give them a little something something. So I'm just coloring them with my blends. That was parakeet, and then I'll put a little old olive just around the edge. So I'm just going really gentle. You see how it kind of bleeds into that wood, which is so cool. All right, then you can see like the texture of the wood. All right, so now we're going to, and I only did it on the one side. All right, so we're going to put this on, and they did use the glue dots, and I'm just using my roll of glue dots. You did get a little flat sleeve of them, but I usually just use my roll. And I'm still, if you are just joining, I'm still recovering from my broken elbow radial bone. They put a new one in there. Jeff's calling it, I have like a little Thor hammer, and they replaced it with a metal piece, cut away the shattered bone and put some metal in there. And Jeff was showing everybody, well, not everybody, but he has a picture of the x-ray, and it does, it looks like Thor's hammer in there. So anyways, he loves Marvel, so he was pretty impressed. Okay, so we have that, and then we have our heartfelt thanks, and that's gonna go like this. Okay, so I'm decorating the vellum before I put it on the card, and I'll show you why. All right, so I am looking, and I can see that that goes there and that goes there, so it's easier to put it on the vellum, I think, than on here. So that looks good there. All right, now I'm going to bring the card over, and since I decorated the vellum, you know, off the card, I can see, so you can see if I hold it like this in the light, you can see the dark areas that I can put my glue dots so that they're not going to show. This is dark vellum, so I don't think I would have that issue anyways, but we don't always use dark purple vellum. You know, most of the time we use just regular vellum, and sometimes it can be a little tricky to put your adhesive because it shows through the vellum. So if you decorate your vellum before you put it on the card, it's a lot easier. All right, so now we're going to stick this on up here like that. Cool. Alrighty, and then our bling blings, and then our little whatchamacallits. So it kind of looks cool with that color in there. You could probably do the same with the blending brushes and an ink pad as well to color the wood pieces. The Stampin' Rights are water-based, so they might be, it might be a little thicker, it might make that wood grain really, really dark. So if you do the Stampin' Right, just pick a light color. And you could always do it on the back, just a little dot on the back, just to test it and see if you like it before you do the whole thing. But there's that one, super cute. All right, and then the last one is the long greeting and these beautiful, I want to say daisies. Love it. Okay, so this time we're going to do this long one up in the corner, and we're using this other leaf that now, oh, here it is on my phone. All right, so here's this one, and again I'm going to color it because I just love the look of them being colored. All right, so this time I'm going to just do light and dark parakeet. So I'm going to do light first because the other time I did just dark. So this time I'm going to do light and dark parakeet instead of the olive. And it just emphasizes, I think, that wood piece better than leaving it natural. Jeff has stains in his shop you know, from when he does furniture and when he made my tables. And I wonder how they would take a wood stain, because I don't know what kind of wood they are. And then this is just a dark parakeet on the edge. So I kind of like staying within the same color family instead of changing over to the olive like I did on the other one. So you can kind of see, if I can lift that up, so you can kind of see that the darker edges there. All right. So again, just like we did before, I'm going to decorate my vellum down here so that I know where to put my glue dots. All right, so we're going to put glue dot. So yeah, these are nice. Like I'm not a big fan of the wood, but I don't mind them when they're so big, because I think they would be fun on like a box too, right? If you made like a 3D thingy, because they've got a good size to them. They're not so delicate. I mean, you still want to be careful, but all right. So here we have our leaf, and hopefully I'm not sticking it to the table. Maybe just a little bit. That's why you want your silicone sheet. All right, so we have that. And then You've Been on My Mind goes on with dimensionals. All right, so I'm going to put this on here, and then we'll put our You're on My Mind. Okay. So I'm just going to put my dimensionals, and I can see where those leaves were, so that's where I'm going to put the glue dots, rather. And there. Ugh, I keep groaning. Sounds kind of rude. I apologize. All right, so let's see here. I feel like I moan and groan when I sleep too. Okay, there we go. You've Been on My Mind next. And okay, so I'm gonna put my dimensional on here. So here and here. Okay, and then this follows this edge. So I'm just following that edge and kind of keeping it as straight as I can. So super cute. So You've Been on My Mind. All right, and then this has bling too. So let's bring over this bling. So 1, 2, and I'm going to do one with that color tree, just so I can put the two side by side, so then you can decide. I know I'm a visual person. Like if somebody is explaining to me something over the phone, like do this, or oh my gosh, I have such a hard time learning. But if I see things taught, I retain it better. And I hear a lot of you that you're the same way, and you do enjoy the videos because you know, it's easier to remember if you see stuff. All right, so let me get that first one again, and then I'm just going to put the colored tree on because it's too cute. All right, so we have that vellum, and I already had pulled one out of here. I wonder if will the heartfelt thanks fit on there? Nope. So it's going to be a birthday card because that won't fit on there. But you could always use like greetings you have in your stash, right? You don't have to use the greetings that came with this, by no means. You could use something else. But a lot of times when I send thank you cards for my orders, they don't always say thank you, I put a Post-it note that says thank you inside the card. But sometimes you might get a birthday card. You know, the actual card is a birthday card, but the Post-it note inside said thank you, because I don't write on the card, and then that way you can use the card. Oh, and don't let me forget. Hang on, because I'm going to forget. I got this really cute card from Betty. Look at this amazing card. She even like did some stitching in there. But look how cool. Look how cool. So thank you so much, Betty. I almost forgot to share that. Okay, so back to the card. All right, so we have this, and it was the one with the lake, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the one with the lake. All right, so we have this. So this time we're going to use the, hopefully I picked the right. Hopefully I picked the right, whatchamacallit. I think I did. All right. There's a 1 and 2. We really don't need 3. 2 will be plenty to hold it, unless you're handing this to somebody in a hurricane. Speaking of hurricane, oh my gosh, when we were in Houston, it rained so hard. I'm going to move this up. It rained so hard. I don't remember. It was Friday or Saturday night. I can't remember. And it was the night we were supposed to have a party in the park. And luckily it rained before the party, so they knew we couldn't do it, and not like once we were out there and then all, because it came down so bad and it was just crazy. Like it's, you know, it was just weird. But anyways, and I swear, I forgot to show you my shirt too. I forgot to show you my other t-shirt. I got 3 new t-shirts on the shirt. All right, so this is the one I got at Buc-ee's. You had me at howdy. Isn't that cute? I love it. Hopefully it will shrink too. I always have a hard time with shirts, right? I'd rather them be a little bit big than too small. But I prefer like a V-neck collar. So anyways, okay. I see it sticking up there. The card, I swear the water, because it rained probably like, I don't know, half hour. I swear we were watching the cars from our hotel room. I swear the water was almost to their doors. It was just, I mean, it was weird watching cars trying to make turns because they couldn't tell what lane they were in. It was unreal. So anyways, so yeah, so 2 should be fine, unless you're giving this card to somebody in a hurricane or a big rainstorm, then you might want 3, but 2 should be fine. All right, so look how cute this is, the little tree that I colored, and I put the little blings on it. Now these little blings don't come with the kit, that's just something I pulled out of my stash. I'm going to actually put it up a little bit so I can see it a little more. All right, so there's that, so that I can see it. Yeah. So this one is just different because I colored on the wood with Stampin' Blends. It made it look super cute. And then I put a little festive pearls on there to make it look like there's apples. Have a beautiful birthday. All right, and just stick that on there. That looks so cute, I think. And then I'm not going to put the other bling because I consider this the bling for the card. But let me show you. Okay, so let me show you. Hopefully I wasn't in the mid-sentence and forgot what I was saying, because that does happen. But anyways, all right, so here is my kind of an alternative. All right, so here's the other cards. So it makes 9 cards, and this was the paper pumpkin for March, and it goes with that Meadows DSP. It coordinates with that very, very well. But here is how you were supposed to do it. And then so here's mine, you know, that I changed it up a little bit by coloring the tree. So let me know what you think. And then here's the other two, because it makes 9 cards. So you'll do, you know, 3 of each. And then these ones, after I saw how cute it was coloring the wood, I colored these woods. I didn't leave them plain. Otherwise, they would have been plain. But I love how it looks. Just that little bit of color on there. All right. So let me say, see you later, alligator. So hopefully, you got this kit. If you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, now's a great time to join. You can always suspend it because we always get a tip, you know, like, oh, you know, whatever one is going to have, you know, it might coordinate whatever, and then you can go, okay, I'm going to skip that one, then you just suspend it a month, so it's not like, oh, you're stuck with stuff. You can always suspend it. Now would be an awesome time to do that, because you can actually do the subscriptions, get several months at a time, and you just do that right in my store. I'll put the codes down below, and then you'll actually, as long as you order, if you're ordering today before, you know, this is the 19th, the last day for my double eggs, as long as it's 50 before tax and shipping, you'll be getting double reward points. And if you order, I don't know how many months, and it's 75, you'll actually earn the goodies for the month of March. So if you have any questions at all, make sure you ask me. If you have questions in regards to my double reward points that is ending today, make sure you reach out to me today. You don't want to holler at me tomorrow, because then it will be over with. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. I will see you Friday for my Dies Shorts, 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. But keep in mind, Arizona did not change time. We never change our time. So if you watched me at a certain time, and you do daylight savings time, I am either an hour ahead or behind, you know, what it was before. So just know that it's still 3 o'clock here in Arizona for my videos, but it might be different than you're used to watching them. And hopefully I will have my pre-order. So I will be doing an unboxing video. I cannot wait. So anyway, so yeah. So thanks so much for joining me. I will see you Friday, and have a great few days. Thanks so much. Bye for now.